Hello, welcome to another briefing. This one is going to be a brief one. I just wanted to talk about the upcoming brief warm-up over the western states, particularly California, Nevada, Oregon, and Washington. Also Idaho. But I live in the Bay Area, so I tend to focus on the coastal states. Anyways, we have, sorry, my cat is, in the background. We have a building ridge of high pressure. So we're looking at the pressure heights map here, at about 18,000 feet. And the darker these colors, like the darker red, represents, shade of higher pressure. And this is associated with a big heat dome, which is sitting over the western United States currently, centered more over the Four Corners region. Actually, I'm gonna use a different view here. I'm gonna show you a wider view of the western United States, and you can clearly see. So the very center of this heat dome is actually over Texas and New Mexico, but it's a very expansive blob of high pressure here where the air is pressing down and sinking. So you have very warm conditions that occur with this kind of setup. I'm going to show you the temperatures at 5,000 feet going into, let's look at, this is the projection for 5 p.m. on Thursday. And you see, this is in Celsius, by the way, these temperatures. But just looking at the colors here, you can see this blob of hot air extending throughout most of the western states into the Pacific Northwest as well, and even parts of British Columbia and parts of Alberta in Canada. This is a very expansive heat dome. This will not be, in terms of absolute maximum temperature values, this will not be as intense as the heat events we had earlier in July. And actually we're talking about August here, but it will not be as intense as the early July and mid-July heat spikes that we had, but it'll still be pretty intense. And anything above average this time of year is bound to be pretty hot. So remember to always stay hydrated in these situations. I'm going to show you the temperatures now for much of the western United States. Tomorrow, I'm just going to give a brief overview here. We're looking at 100s well up into areas of Colorado and into parts of Kansas here and parts of Nebraska. We're dealing with 100s. Even Denver could be approaching 100. This is looking at Thursday, by the way. We're looking at 90s all the way up into the Dakotas, all the way into the Montana, even some upper 90s in the eastern Montana region. We're looking at 90s in the Twin Falls area. We're looking at 100 degrees in the Boise area. We're looking at 95 in Elko. We're looking at 96 in Salt Lake City. We're looking at, as I said, 96, about close to 100 degrees for Denver at 5,000 feet. Quite impressive. 100 for Grand Junction. About 100 degrees in Phoenix. Palm Springs area, probably 108, right around average. Sacramento, about 100 degrees. San Francisco, with a bit of an onshore wind off of the Pacific, should be just about 70 degrees for downtown. We're looking at 71 degrees for SFO. We're looking at the East Bay shoreline, mostly 70s. We're looking at 83 for San Jose. We're looking at 68 Monterey, nice and cool, as well as Half Moon Bay, 62 degrees with that onshore wind off of that cold Pacific water, keeping things nice and chilly along the coast. But not far inland, you have much warmer conditions when you go over those coastal hills, looking at 88 in Novato, 82 Petaluma, 89 Santa Rosa, 92 Healdsburg, 100 in Sacramento, 92 for Livermore, 87 for San Jose, 93 for Morgan Hill. So, this is still pretty hot. This is closer to average. This is only slightly above average for some locations, but still, stay hydrated, stay safe. Don't take this heat lightly, even though it's not as intense as we had in early July. It's still significant for areas away from the coast, so do not take it lightly. I'm just gonna scroll through the next few days. This is Thursday. We have Friday, Saturday. So small variations in the intent in temperature, but still stays pretty warm inland, as you can see. Coast has less fluctuation. And then this is going pretty far out, so take that with a grain of salt. But yeah, that's all for today. Thank you for watching this video. And I hope this was helpful. I hope you were able to get something out of it, and I'll see you next time.